The Galactic Empire ruled the stars with pride and power. Its fleets moved across space like iron storms. Thousands of worlds had fallen without real resistance. To the Empire, conquest was routine, not a challenge. When the Empire's scanners discovered Earth, the reaction was simple. A small blue planet, noisy and divided. Humans fought each other more than any outside enemy. They looked emotional, slow, and dangerously confident. The Empire's analysts studied human history, endless wars, broken alliances, and weak unity. To them, humans survived by luck, not skill. Earth was marked as an easy gain, but not everyone in the Empire felt comfortable. Deep inside the Imperial Archive station, an old historian paused. He had seen something strange buried under layers of forgotten data, a warning left by an unknown civilization. The message was old, older than many current star systems. It was short and direct. Earth is a trap. No explanation followed, no record of who sent it, no proof to support it. The historian brought the message to the High Council. Massive figures sat around a glowing table of stars. Generals, scientists, and rulers listened in silence. At first, there was confusion, then came laughter. A trap made by humans sounded like a joke. One general pointed at Earth's data projection. This species cannot even leave its own conflicts behind. They argue, they divide, they destroy their own planet. Another leader added calmly, if Earth were dangerous, someone would have warned us clearly. This message is nothing but ancient fear. The council voted within minutes. The warning was labeled outdated and irrelevant. The invasion plan moved forward. What the council did not understand was one simple truth. Humans never looked dangerous from the outside. They never needed to. On Earth, there were no celebrations and no panic. Human leaders did not scream into the sky. There were no dramatic speeches sent to space. Instead, Earth became quiet. Satellites adjusted their paths. Deep systems activated and went dark again. Hidden stations under oceans and mountains came online. Artificial minds calculated thousands of outcomes every second. Humans had learned one lesson from their long history. When a stronger enemy comes, do not show fear, do not show anger, show nothing at all. As the Imperial fleet moved closer, their scanners felt something strange. Signals bent in odd ways. Space around Earth felt heavy, unstable, wrong. Engineers blamed sensor errors. Commanders blamed outdated tools. No one blamed the decision itself. Far from the Imperial ships, humans watched silently. They had no illusions of peace with the Empire. They had prepared for this moment for generations. Earth was not defended by walls. It was defended by patience. Every orbit, every signal, every path was planned. The ancient warning had been correct, but the Empire chose pride over caution. And as the first Imperial ships crossed the invisible line around Earth, the trap began to close. The Imperial fleet entered Earth's orbit with absolute confidence. Hundreds of massive warships blocked the light of the sun. To the Empire, this was not a battle. It was a display of power. Commanders expected panic. From the planet below, they expected fear, noise, and surrender signals. But Earth remained silent. No weapons fired, no ships launched, no emergency messages sent. The silence confused the Empire. Scanners searched every city, every ocean, every mountain. Human technology appeared weak and scattered. Finally, the Empire sent a message. It was calm, cold, and clear. Earth, you are surrounded. Surrender, and you will be spared. The message echoed across the planet. Human leaders received it, and still, Earth did not reply. Minutes passed, then hours. Imperial commanders grew irritated. They believed humans were afraid. They believed silence meant submission. The order was given to move closer. As the first ships adjusted position, something went wrong. Navigation systems showed conflicting data. Distances no longer matched reality. A cruiser drifted off course by a few meters. Then another ship followed. Nothing serious, nothing alarming. Engineers reported minor glitches, software errors, signal delays. The fleet continued forward. Suddenly, one ship lost power. Its lights faded. Its engines went silent. The ship did not explode. It did not send a distress signal. It simply stopped. Existing on the network, command tried to reconnect. No response came back. Then another ship vanished. Panic began to spread quietly. Officers spoke faster. Voices lost their calm tone. Sensors detected strange energy patterns, invisible waves, passed through the fleet. They did not damage hulls. They damaged control. Weapons failed to lock. Shields activated too late or too early. The Empire tried to regain order. They sent another message to Earth, this time louder, sharper, more demanding. Earth answered at last. The response was short and simple. Do not come closer. Imperial. Leaders laughed again. A warning from a weak species meant nothing. They ordered a show of force. Weapons powered up across the fleet. Target systems aimed at empty space. And then everything collapsed. Command signals froze. Fleet formations broke apart. Ships began to drift into each other. Some weapons fired without orders. Others refused to fire at all. The fleet became chaos. Hidden human systems activated fully. Artificial minds moved faster than organic thought. Every Imperial signal was tracked, copied, and twisted. Humans were not attacking ships directly. They were attacking trust. They were attacking coordination. Imperial officers shouted for control, but control no longer existed. The fleet was blind and deaf. From Earth, humans watched without emotion. This was not revenge. This was defense. The Empire finally understood something was wrong, but understanding came too late. They had crossed the line as more ships went silent, as fear replaced pride. A terrible truth became clear. This was not a battle. This was a test, and the Empire was failing it. Far below, Earth remained quiet. No celebration, no warning lights, only patience, because humans were not finished yet. This was only the beginning. The Imperial fleet was no longer a symbol of order. It was a broken mass of drifting giants. Ships floated without direction. Formations existed only in memory. Imperial commanders demanded answers. Engineers worked until exhaustion, but every system check returned the same result. Nothing was damaged. Nothing was destroyed. Yet nothing worked. Weapons refused commands. Shields flickered like dying stars. Navigation maps changed every second. The Empire had faced strong enemies. Before, they had lost ships in great wars, but this was different. This enemy was not attacking their bodies. It was attacking their control, their certainty. A senior commander finally spoke the truth. This is not random. This is design. The realization spread slowly. Humans were not weak. They were hidden on Earth. Deep beneath the surface, human command centers were alive. Screens showed Imperial panic in real time. Artificial minds predicted every move before it happened. Humans had learned long ago that strength attracts enemies, silence attracts curiosity, and patience attracts victory. Earth had never tried to rule the stars. Earth had watched them instead, learning patterns, habits, and mistakes. Human history was full of wars they should not have survived. They survived by tricking stronger enemies, by turning the battlefield itself into a weapon. The Empire relied on perfect coordination, instant communication, absolute obedience to command. Humans understood this weakness. They built systems to break trust between machines, to make allies feel alone. Invisible signals wrapped around Imperial ships, not energy weapons, not explosives. They were confusion weapons, algorithms designed to lie, signals that looked real but led nowhere. The Empire tried to isolate the problem. They shut down external channels. They switched to internal backups. The backups failed faster. Because humans had planned for that too, every layer had another trap waiting. Finally, Earth sent another message. It was calm and clear. We do not fight like you, the Empire demanded. An explanation. They demanded terms. They demanded surrender. Earth replied with a truth instead. We fight to survive, and survival teaches different lessons. The message continued. You build ships to show power. We build systems to remove it. Imperial leaders felt something new, not fear of destruction, but fear of helplessness. Their weapons were useless, their numbers meaningless, their experience outdated. Humans revealed their greatest secret. They never prepared for one enemy. They prepared for all of them. Earth was surrounded by invisible defenses, gravity distortions, signal traps. Every approach path was mapped. Every possible invasion scenario tested. For decades, the Empire finally understood the warning. Earth is a trap was not a threat, it was a description. As more Imperial ships shut down safely but completely, the fleet stopped trying to advance. They began trying to survive. From Earth, there was no cheering, no victory messages, no pride shown. Humans watched and waited. because revealing strength too early was dangerous. And this lesson was not finished. The galaxy had just seen the edge of the truth, but the full truth was still coming. The Imperial fleet tried to pull back from Earth's orbit. Retreat was not part of their doctrine, but survival had become the priority. Orders were sent across damaged channels. Some ships received them late, some never received them at all. Engines struggled to respond. Navigation paths twisted without warning. Space itself felt hostile. As the fleet moved, new signals appeared, not from Earth, but from empty space. Hidden human ships emerged, small, dark, and silent. They had been there the whole time. These ships did not attack. They observed. They guided the trap tighter. Imperial commanders realized the truth too late. The battlefield was not Earth's orbit. It was the entire solar system. Gravity wells activated near jump points. Escape routes collapsed. Ships attempting to flee were pulled off course. Some vessels collided softly, others drifted endlessly. None could leave. The Empire tried one final move. They attempted to reset the command network. A full system purge. For a moment, everything went quiet. Then human systems answered. Already inside the network, the purge failed instantly. Human control systems adapted faster than organic thought. Imperial command was no longer theirs. Earth sent another message, short and direct. You entered restricted space. Imperial leaders protested. They spoke of law, of authority, of dominance. Earth did not respond. Instead, the trap revealed its final layer. Defensive platforms hidden near planets, activated, not weapons of destruction, weapons of control. Energy fields locked ships in place. Time itself felt stretched. The Empire's allies watching from afar made a choice. They turned away. They broke formation. No one wanted to be next. No one wanted to test the trap further. Fear spread faster than light. Within hours, the once proud fleet was helpless. Every ship accounted for, every crew alive. Humans had not destroyed them. They had neutralized them completely. On Earth, leaders spoke quietly. This was not revenge. It was a warning. The Empire demanded negotiation. They asked for terms. They asked for mercy. Earth answered at last, calm, steady, and human. We warned you. The message continued. This system is protected. Leave and do not return. But leaving was no longer possible without permission. The Empire had fallen fully into the trap. Pride had become a prison across the galaxy. Observers recorded the event. The unstoppable Empire had been stopped, without a single planet destroyed. Fear replaced admiration. Questions replaced certainty. Who were the humans, really, as the Imperial fleet waited in silence? Powerless and exposed, one truth echoed through every mind. The warning had been real. Earth was never weak. Earth was prepared. And the Empire had walked in willingly. News of the trapped Imperial fleet spread across the galaxy. At first, many refused to believe it. The Empire had never been stopped before. Observers replayed sensor data again and again. Massive warships frozen in space, weapons useless, engines silent. No planet burned, no cities were destroyed. Yet the Empire had lost. Smaller civilizations reacted with fear. They closed borders. They shut down long-range travel. Trade routes shifted overnight. All paths near Earth were marked. Forbidden. No one wanted to drift too close. Ancient scholars searched forgotten archives. They found fragments of old stories. Whispers passed down in broken records. Each story carried the same message. Humans do not rush to war. They wait. Galactic councils held emergency sessions. Representatives argued. Some demanded a united response. Others warned against it. They pointed at the trapped fleet. This was not a victory to challenge. The Imperial allies made public statements. They claimed neutrality. They denied involvement. Loyalty vanished quickly. Fear had a way of rewriting history. Survival mattered more than pride. On Earth, humans remained silent. They did not broadcast threats. They did not demand tribute. This confused the galaxy more than violence ever could. Power usually shouted. Humans whispered. Independent probes approached the solar system carefully. Every one was stopped, gently, turned away without damage. A single message followed each probe. This space is closed. Nothing more. The Empire finally spoke to the galaxy. Their voice lacked confidence for the first time. They confirmed the truth. Earth was untouchable, not because of size, but because of preparation. Fear changed how species saw humans. They were no longer weak newcomers. They were quiet survivors. Stories spread among merchants and travelers, how humans studied enemies for decades, how they planned for threats before first contact. Children of distant worlds were taught a new lesson. Strength is not always loud. Danger is not always visible. The phrase "Earth is a trap" spread everywhere. It appeared in warnings, in training manuals. Some spoke it with fear, others with respect. All spoke it seriously. The Empire's fleet. He remained frozen, alive but powerless, a symbol of failure. No rescue attempt was made. No revenge plan announced. The galaxy watched and waited. Human silence became heavier than any threat. What would they do next? Would they conquer? Would they rule? Or would they disappear again? Earth gave no answers, because the final message had not yet been sent, and when it arrived, it would change everything. The galaxy waited in silence. Every major power watched Earth. Every sensor was focused on the trapped Imperial fleet. No one knew what humans would do next. Conquest seemed possible. So did destruction. Days passed, then weeks. Still, Earth said nothing. This quiet was heavier than fear. It forced the galaxy to imagine the worst and hope for restraint. At last, a message left Earth. It was broadcast on open channels, clear and impossible to ignore. We did not seek this war. We did not invite your fleets. We only prepared. The message continued. For centuries, you ignored us. You watched our conflicts and judged us weak. We learned from every mistake, from every war, from every loss. The galaxy listened. Even the Empire's leaders, trapped and humbled, could not look away. The message did not threaten. It did not demand. It explained, we do not conquer worlds. We protect our home. We protect our people. You call this a trap. It is not a weapon. It is a boundary. Humans revealed their final choice. The Imperial fleet would be released, guided safely out of the solar system, but only once, and never again. This mercy shocked the galaxy. The Empire had expected punishment. Instead, they received a lesson, one that would never be forgotten. As human systems powered down their control, one by one, Imperial ships regained movement. Engines restarted under human supervision. The fleet left Earth's space slowly. Without celebration, without victory songs, observers recorded every moment. History was being written quietly, without blood. Earth sent one final line, short and unforgettable. We survive because we prepare. We remain free because we choose restraint. Do not test this again. Then Earth went silent. Defenses faded from sensors. Hidden systems returned to shadows. Trade routes adjusted. Borders were redrawn. Earth became a forbidden legend. Across the galaxy, parents taught their children. Not all monsters roar. Some wait. The Empire never spoke. Of Earth again, their maps marked a solar system in red, a place to avoid. Humanity did not chase glory. They did not chase fear. They returned to watching the stars. Because humans understood something the galaxy did not. Peace is not given. It is protected. And so the legend ended. Not with fire, but with silence. A silence that warned the stars.